What up, everybody? It's your girl July from Kickback Couture. Today, I'm gonna show you how to get your 808 patterns jumping in Ableton Live. All the sauce, alright? Let's go. July, fuck it up. First things first, I'm gonna show you 808 drill slides in Ableton. So, this is what it sounds like. I'm gonna solo the 808 so you can hear them. And with everything, alright, so I'm gonna delete everything and we'll create a new pattern from scratch. So once you have your 808, you're just gonna drag it down here and it's gonna automatically create a simpler device for you. Now, in order to set this up, what you're gonna do is go to the controls area and turn on glide. Also, in the sample area, you want to bring the voices down to 1. This is going to give you the cleanest glide possible. You can also set this up in sampler, but I prefer to do it in simpler. It's just faster for me. Alright, so let's go ahead and hop into the piano roll. I'm going to go ahead and create a basic 808 pattern, and then I'll show you how to do the slides. Alright, so I got my basic pattern down. Now I'm ready to start adding my slides in. So let's hear it first. So I'm gonna create a couple, about 4 G's here, and let's listen to this area. I'm gonna go ahead and loop it so we can hear it. And you'll notice that it's not sliding. So the trick to get this to slide is to slightly move it to the left of the grid line. So we're gonna hold down Option on a Mac. And now we got some slides going. So if we go back into the controls, we can see the time was taking a glide, not the percentage, sorry. So I'm gonna bring it down to like 25-ish. Alright, so I muted the other drum sounds and we got this at about 18 milliseconds. Let's listen. The more you go up, the less you'll hear the slide. And these are really close to the original note, so you probably wouldn't hear too much. So we could try going up an octave so you can hear it better. But now it is sliding. I probably won't leave them up that high, but let's continue working on this pattern. I'll just show you a few more ways, examples of how this works with slightly sliding it to the left of the grid. Let's put a slide up here. Alright, we're going to slide this slightly off the grid so we'll be able to hear those. And you don't have to hold down Option or Alt. You can also just click it and drag it over a little bit. It should work still. Let's put this about here. Alright, so I like that. Let's move on to the next technique. Now I'm going to show you how to get your 808s to stutter or roll, however you would like to say it. Let's get into it. Let's listen to this 808 pattern. Alright, cool. Let's say we want this last one right here to do a stutter or roll, however you would like to say it. I didn't mean to delete it. We're going to zoom in and you should be able to see the grid a bit smaller if you zoom in. And I played this on my keyboard, so I didn't quantize it. That's not a problem though. So you'll just make it smaller and then multiply, duplicate it. So it'll be something like this. Alright, and then best practices when you do something like this is to come down and decrease the velocities. So if you notice when I'm changing it, it's changing like 3 or 4 at a time. We don't want that. If you want to change them more in a ramp like, you're going to have to decrease the size of the grid by pressing Command 1 on a Mac and Control 1 on a Windows. And you'll just drag up. Like this. Now, if you do want to keep them like that, you can. Otherwise, another method is to just bring all of them down so they're quiet and they don't ramp up. Up to you. Alright, cool. Another trick that is really similar to this is that reverse 808 that you hear from Roddy Ricch. What you're going to do, or 30 Rock, what you're going to do is zoom in and you're going to make these even smaller. So I'm going to delete these notes, change the grid again, and we'll duplicate these over, make the grid smaller, make the grid smaller, and we'll just hold down Alt and drag these over. Alright, now the next thing we want to do is the same thing we did before. We're going to ramp it up though, all the way up, like that. And this will give you that reverse 808 effect. Your reverse 808 will sound different depending on what kind of 808 you're using, which 808 you're using in particular, like sample wise. So just experiment with different 808s and see which you like best reversed. The next thing I'm going to show you is how to do triplet rolls. So triplet rolls are done by coming into the piano roll here, and you're going to hold down Command and press 3, and that's going to trigger the triplet grid. And how you know if it's triplet, when you're all the way out like this, you'll see 3 boxes for each color, right? So I'm actually going to go a bit smaller than that. Triplet mode, and let's put a triplet about right here. And we'll make this shorter. And we'll bring these velocities up here. Alright, let's zoom in a little bit so we can finish this out. Alright, there we go. So I just covered everything from 808 UK drill slides to stutters, to triplets, to that Roddy Ricch 30 Rock reverse 808 that all of y'all been trying to figure out how to get. Alright, definitely let me know what you would like to see next. It's all culture, kickback, and cook up. Oftentimes, you all have follow-up questions about what I showed in a tutorial, and I have a surefire way for you to get those answers. Go to onyourfrequency.com, and you can get your answers pretty much immediately via a live video chat with me or another instructor. With that, you're probably worried about affordability, but I would like for you to know that the first 10 minutes of an on-demand session are 100% free. Yes, free. Whether you have a follow-up question about something I said, a question about something another YouTuber said, a question about something completely different in the world of audio production, or even if you want feedback on some of your tracks, you can book a session on demand with the first 10 minutes being 100% free of charge. Or you can schedule a session with your chosen instructor. After you post your first question, you'll get 2 free sample packs. To make sure you get those sample packs, use the invite code in the comment section below. I hope to see you all over at onyourfrequency.com.